Hello students, today we will learn how to locate root 2 on the number line. A number line will look something like this on a scale, but a number line also consists of negative integers like -1, -2, -3, -4. If you have a look at the scale, you will wonder how will you manage to locate root 2 on this scale. Okay, but we can definitely locate root 2 on the number line approximately via geometrical means. So let us begin by drawing a line. Now to draw a line you will need a scale and a pencil. Always draw geometrical figures in pencil because you can always erase it as well if needed. So let us begin with drawing a line. Okay, now that I have drawn a line over here, I will mark them, and marking I will do it in inches rather than in centimeters because it will be easier for us to construct. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. And what I'll do is the central marking over here, we'll make this as our center. So let us count. There are 12 in all. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so let us make this as 0. Okay, 0. And we'll make this as, or we'll take our 0 over here and just erase this. Okay, and I'll mark this as 1. This is a -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Remember, if you're taking it in inches, continue taking the rest of the measurements in inches as well. And if you're taking it in centimeters, continue taking the measurements in centimeters. Do not mix up the two or you will not get your measurements correct and the construction will be wrong. So our next step is to draw a perpendicular. So we'll draw a perpendicular from 1. So we'll take 1 as our center. So for that we'll need a pair of compasses like this. Make sure they are balanced and it's not shaking. Okay, so we'll keep the point over here on this, and we'll draw a semicircle. So let us draw a semicircle from 1, taking 1 as the center. Ready? Here. Now that we have drawn a semicircle, use this point where the arc cuts the number line closer to the positive end, that is closer to 2. See, if we cut it on this end, then we'll end up getting negative root 2 measurement. We don't want negative root 2, we want positive root 2. So we'll always cut on the right hand side. So we take the measurement over here with the same measurement that was used to construct this semicircle. We keep the pointer at this point and we cut the semicircle. Okay, there. Now that you have cut the semicircle, the point where the arc, the new arc that you have constructed, cuts the semicircle, becomes your new point. Okay, mark this with a dot. Now Continuing with the same measurement that was used to form this arc, we keep the point over here, and now we draw a bigger arc that cuts the semicircle once again and forms an arc like this. Fine. Now where this big arc cuts the semicircle, make another point. And keep your pointer over there, and with the same measurement that was used to draw the big arc, cut the big arc. Okay, now that you have cut the big arc, the point where the two arcs intersect, mark that point and connect that point with this point over here. We connect this point and we'll get a perpendicular. Now that we have got a perpendicular, our next step is to cut this line with unit length 1. So what we do is we take the measurement of 1. So these are all separated by 1 inches. So we'll just take 1 inch. Have a look. Okay, I'm just taking the length between this. If you want, you can even take the length on your ruler. It is the same. Okay, so we keep the pointer over here, and here you go. Okay, so if you can see, now we keep the point over here, that is at 1, and cut an arc on this line of unit length 1. Can you see the arc that is cut over here? We placed the pointer over here and cut this arc of unit length 1. So this is 1 and this is also 1 now. What we also do is where this arc intersects this line, mark this as a point, and from that point we connect 0. Got it? Now this length is root 2. How do we get this root 2 without even measuring it? I will show you. Before that, let us mark this with letters O, A and B. So basically what I marked is a triangle. Can you see a triangle is formed over here? And what type of a triangle is this? This is a right angle triangle. Why? Because we had drawn this as a perpendicular. So this is a right angle triangle. Now in a right angle triangle we can apply something called as a Pythagoras theorem. So let us see what does the Pythagoras theorem say. So according to the Pythagoras theorem, the square of the length of the longest side, that is the hypotenuse, in this case it is OB square, will be equal to the sum of the squares of the adjacent two sides. That in this case it is OA square plus AB square. So what is OA? OA is 1. So 1 whole square, and AB we know is also 1. So we calculate this thing. 1 square is 1, 1 square is also 1. OB square is equal to 2. So OB is equal to plus or minus root 2. But we discard the negative because length cannot be negative. That means we get OB equal to root 2. Right? Now, how do we get root 2 over here? Okay, let's have a look. Okay, now since we know that this length is root 2, we will take the measurement with the help of a compass. So all we need to do is keep our pointer at this point, and from here to here, from here to here, with the help of a compass. Okay, so what I do is, so that you can have a look, so it should be from here to here. Take this measurement. Now that you have taken this measurement, make this as your center. Remember, this is 0, so this is O. Make this as your center, that is at this point. Keep your pointer over here, and draw an arc that cuts the number line. Can you see? The arc has now cut the number line over here, and this is root 2. Now how did we get that as root 2 from here? I'll explain it to you. See, we draw a circle. Okay, I still have the same length, and I'm drawing the circle over here. Fine. Now that I have drawn a circle, I'm drawing a line from the center to any point on the circumference. This is known as the circumference of a circle. And this line which is drawn from the center of the circle, let's say it is O, to a point on the circle becomes the radius. Similarly, if I draw another line from here to any other point on the circle, this too becomes the radius, and they are of equal lengths. So I use this point as a center of the circle. I did not complete the circle, but if I have to complete the circle, it would look something like this. And I use this point as the radius, and I cut using this measurement. I drew a circle. Now from here to here is root 2. The circle completes and cuts the number line over here. That means this point, and I'll mark this over here. Okay, this particular point from here to here, can you see, becomes a new radius like this. Okay, got it? I know it is a little bit confusing over here, but try to make you understand that this line from here to here, that is from 0 to this point where we have marked root 2, becomes our new radius. Got it? So that is how we get root 2 on the number line, because this is root 2, and this is also a radius of a circle, and this is also a radius of circle. This is how we get. So if we, in this case, we had this, imagine this part as OB, this part as OB, and we know this is root 2. Now using this length, we constructed this entire circle over here, which I did not complete, and this circle cut this number line. Imagine this as your number line, this one, and it cut this number line over here. So for the point from 0, which is this one, till here also becomes root 2, because the radii of a circle is the same. So that's how you get root 2 on the number line. I hope you all have understood how to construct root 2. So I'll show you a neat figure as to how it should look. So this is how your construction should look like. And this is how we get root 2 using the Pythagoras theorem. And we take the measurement from O to B as our new radius and cut the number line, which is over here, to get to get root 2 on the number line. Okay, so I hope you have understood. Watch the next video to learn how to construct root 3. Thank you for watching.